Hello, hello, hello everyone, Negro VMX here. I rolled my R because why not? Negro VMX. And welcome back with more Dragon Quest VIII. Alright, we're gonna fight this shitlord. Archdemon. Okay. I see you there, game. I gotta find this guy on my list, though. Whoa. Second. Here he is. The Archfiend, the Archdemon. Don't I have like a Demon Slash or something? I don't. I thought I did. Do Giga Gash. Maybe Helm Splitter, Twin Dragon Slash, and... Wait, I don't have anything super effective on Devils. Alright, we'll do, Oh, I don't know what I picked.
CDO was getting all emotional because I guess the family from Mexico was at the doll store today, and she was like, they came, so many people come from all over the world, they came from so far away, and I'm like, you're in Texas, Mexico is not that far. It's a different country, yes, but...
I came all the way from right over there.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Yeah. Only 3 hits, really? Whippity whap. Power of Grayskull.
Those
Eat my shit.
kind of look like they have boobs. The Archdemon.
Yeah. Oh, got him. Alright. Got him!
I got some tingle bitties.
And I got me a nice gold monster coin. Alright, so let me put my thing back up here. I said put my thing up. Alright. Absolutely want this guy. Oh, who am I kicking out of the team? Probably the Bushwhacker. You said Bush. You said Whacker, too. Ah, yeah. Bushwhacker. You know, there was an episode where Anderson kept saying Bushwhacker and they never, like, picked up on it, really. I'll give you that there, Bushwhacker. Alright, there's the other fresh milk. So the only thing left is east of Tyron Gully, go all the way around. So I assume they're talking about going south here, all the way up to probably this little clearing here. So it's a good thing I'm riding Pussy here.
Apparently, Alan Cumming returned his knighthood.
That's the dude that played Nightcrawler?
Yeah.
It said that that's what I think of. He was Boris and he was Nightcrawler.
He got it for his work with LGBTQIA causes, because I guess he actually is gay.
I could have told you that, just from looking at him.
He, returned it because he found out the current monarchy's position on indigenous rights, and he was like, fuck you.
That's a lot of people's position is fuck you.
Yeah,
unfortunately. I didn't know that he was a knight. That's interesting. I didn't know that you could just return your knighthood. But yeah, I mean, look at that. That guy, like, he's a bottom, right? Look at his face.
He returned his, OBE, which is, similar to knighthood. It's not quite knighthood. It's Order of something or other.
British Excellence or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that you could just return, like, there must be some sort of, like, physical trinket that you get with it that he returned. Because otherwise it's just you standing in a field going, I renounce it!
Oh, Terry Pratchett got knighted. He found out that legally he's allowed to have one sword, so he had one made out of a meteor.
That's first of all, that's awesome. Secondly, I didn't know that you had to be a knight to legally have one sword.
Well, they have very strict knife and blade restrictions in England, apparently.
I suppose so, yeah.
So they just found out, you know, as a knight, he was allowed one sword.
I remember, just to ease people's minds, right? I remember I was working at this place, and I had this coworker, and she was like, you know, reading the news, you know, and she's like, something about some author, something. I forgot what he did, but he was in the news. Some author that I'd never heard of was in the news for something, right? And he's like some black guy who writes books about whatever, right? And she showed me a picture of him, and I said, oh, he's a gay guy. And she's like, no, he's not. You can't tell that from a picture. And I'm like, dude, that guy, he's a gay guy. So she's like, whatever. And then she's reading the article, and it goes on to say that not only is he gay, but that's like what he writes about. And I swear I'd never heard of him before. I just looked at the dude, and I'm like, that dude, he's a top, first off. And he's into dudes.
Apparently, Alan Cumming is actually bisexual, currently married to a man. But I had that reaction when I was.
Yeah. I mean, in the picture that you posted, he's got like a baby blue like velvet suit on and Tim's. So, I mean, you know, straight guys don't have that much drip. They don't, you know.
The guy from, like, the lead singer of Erasure, because the song came up on my playlist, and I was watching the video, and I'm like, wow, of all the things that happen in this video, the least believable is that this guy is straight. And I went and looked, sure enough, the guy is, like, really openly gay.
Well, that's like, there was apparently, like, the Village people made a movie at some point, like a musical movie. And that to me is hilarious, because it's like, who's the audience there, right?
I think...
But, I remember reading a review of it, and they said that the craziest part is that there is basically a song that they sing in the middle that is about how much they love pussy. And I'm thinking, alright, out of the Village people, there might be like one guy that's straight. You know what I mean? And maybe he wrote that song or whatever, or maybe they're just really trying to convince, because it was the 70s. Oh, like, no, totally, we're into ladies, you know? But, like, come on.
I was wondering if the Cinema Snob might have covered that, because every September he does musicals. Or music-based movies.
I mean, there was a guy in the Village people that, you know how they all had, like a job?
Yeah.
There was one guy who was just a leather dude. He wasn't like, because he had like a cop and a Native American really isn't a job, but it's a costume that, you know, relates to something. And there was like, I don't know, there might have been a chef or something, I don't know what it is. There was like 20 of them. But there was one dude that was just in leather.
I actually had their Wikipedia article up, and the leather dude was Glenn Hughes. I see any of them are straight.
I don't know. I doubt it. I have my doubts. And you know what? I'm gonna get these comments like, there's no chef in the Village people. I'm joking! I know there's no chef. That would be ridiculous. Even more so.
Apparently people are saying that that guy might actually have influenced leather culture rather than the other way around.
Big Blue Bully. You know who was a big into that influence? It was Rob Halford, the singer from Judas Priest, because nobody knew he was gay except for, like, you know, his friends and people in the band. Like, he was just some guy on TV, right? And I mean, if you watch the video for Breaking the Law and he's got shoulder pads on with a blazer, you know. But if you don't know, he just seems like some metal guy. And because he was a gay guy, he would go to these shops and the leather fetish stuff, and that's what he wore because it's what he liked. And all these guys are just like, oh, it's so cool, it's metal. And then everybody started copying it, not at all knowing it was a gay thing at all. So it became a heavy metal thing. So we got the Big Blue Bully. Something tells me this is going to be annoying.
I mean, the Leatherman, that's what they referred to him as, the Leatherman in the band.
Is it that? Is it the Leatherman?
Yes, that was his identity in the band. He was the Leatherman.
That's fucking hilarious.
Which, you're not wrong, they did have a ton of members over the years.
Yeah, you know what? There could have been a chef, right? There could have been just some dude with like a fry pan and a big poofy hat, you know, an apron.
It seems like the costumes were pretty consistent. It was just the members that changed.
okay.
But
So it's like Kiss.
pretty much. So Glenn Hughes, the Leatherman, they said that he had a lot of influence on like
Wait,
the leather
hold
culture
on.
and gay
Why
clubs.
Why am I using Dragon Slash?
And part of it was that he got his inspiration for the character from the dress code of a BDSM leather bar he went to all the time.
And I bet Rob Halford was in that same club.
The club was called the Mine Shaft, and it has its own.
That's what it was
article.
called? The
Let's
My
see.
Shaft? Did I hear you wrong? You said My Shaft is the name of
Mine
it?
Shaft.
Alright, that's only slightly less funny. Shaft.
Apparently, it was the bar in the movie Cruising.
Wasn't that with like, oh god, what's that actor's name? Dennis Hoffman? Dustin Hoffman or something like that?
It was Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. Boy, there's no confusing those two. I don't know how I did that.
Freddie Mercury also used to wear a Mine Shaft t-shirt, including in the video for Don't Stop Me Now.
Don't stop me now. I'll
No one
make a
had any
supersonic
idea that
man
he was
out of
queer.
you. Oh, everybody knew.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting is, like, I remember reading this thing from, you know, this guy's a shithead anyway, but Adam Carolla was, like, talking about guys that we should have known but we didn't know were gay. And one of them was Rob Halford, which, you know, I mean, come on, listen to the names of the songs, you know, Hell Bent for Leather. Come on. What do you think, right? But he goes to Freddie Mercury, and it's like, oh, I thought he was straight because the song's like Fat Bottom Girls, you know, and I'm like, yeah, he didn't write those. There were other guys in the band. Got a silver monster coin. Do we want to add this guy? He doesn't have the greatest health stat, but he's got high attack. Who am I kicking out? And I need him.
Brian May did a lot of songwriting too, didn't he?
Yeah, Brian May wrote Fat Bottom Girls, I think.
Yeah.
But what's funny is, like, I saw this one guy who was, like, you know, reacting to videos, right? And one of them was, what is that song? The music video, they were all dressed as women.
See, now I've got, you know, the song started to come in my head, but it's like, no, it's not.
I can't think of it. I can't think of the. Oh, this is my mini medal. I can't think of the name of it for some reason. But it was.
Look up.
It was something that, like.
I want to break free.
Oh yeah, I want to break free. And the guy was like, I wonder if that was like Freddie wrote that about he wanted to come out of the closet, but he couldn't, and this and I'm like, man, Freddie was way out of the closet. I don't know what you're talking about. You know? And also, he didn't write I Want to Break Free. Brian May wrote that. And also, it was completely Brian May's idea that they do the video in drag. Because
He still admits that to this day.
He thought it was hilarious. And it was funny. Especially, I forget which guy... Because some of the guys in the band were made up to look like women. But I forget which one it was. It might have been Roger Deacon or something. There was one guy who just, like... He still looked rather masculine. But they gave him huge fucking titties.
I've actually... I'll post this in.
My knockers are going to be magnificent.
Just because you can see it in the thumbnail. There we go.
I'm not saying anything. Where'd you post it?
In images and sounds.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, it is funny, you know? Like, it's like, you know, they were having fun. By the way, I'm walking back instead of warping back because of alchemy.
Also, according to several laws that are being proposed right now, that video would be illegal to show.
Can't show that. They have dresses on.
Indeed.
So what? What if we say it's a kilt? Is that okay then? With these laws? Like,
these laws are intentionally vaguely worded just so that they can oppress anyone they want.
Dude, when Jessica's friggin' paralyzed, she's just basically doing this pose that it's like, look at my titties.
Actually, it reminds me, I do have to go to Twitter to screenshot something as much as I don't want to.
You got a what?
I gotta go to Twitter to get a screenshot of something, even though I don't want to.
It doesn't have anything to do with dumbass, does it?
Oh, no, I wanted to update my Instagram on the fact that,
Bam.
there's been more anti-trans laws proposed in January than there has been in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021,
Wow, you
and
keep going.
2022 together.
Good God. That's a lot.
Yes. There's been something like 234 proposed this month.
Jesus Christ. Nobody can live and let live, huh?
No.
Oh! Shoot him in the friggin' belly button. I don't know if Cyclopses have belly buttons. Oh, yes, I got it from my mommy. Now, there's several items I'm gonna have to find in the town, and also I'm gonna have to spend a shit ton of cash, which means grinding, probably, because I doubt I have 147,800 gold. Although I have monster coins I could sell, I don't think I have anywhere near that amount. Let's see, actually. I have 20,000, so that means a trip to Neos Island and fighting gold golems all day. So as soon as you said you're going to Twitter to screenshot something, and I'm like, oh god, I hope it's not anything to do with dumbass.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because of all the drama lately and the fact that she somehow wormed our way back into our... not into our lives, but into our thoughts recently. I did check on her Twitter to see if she was saying anything weird on there, you know, especially after the whole thing with June. And she had, you know, her alternates listed, and one I'd never seen before, and... I'm traumatized, I won't lie.
Yeah, you told me what the alternate account was.
And I'm just... all I could think of is what happens when your family sees that? Right? What happens when your sister goes looking?
Indeed.
Because there's some sort of warning on it that I didn't understand. It says it's an AD account, and I'm like, ads? What? AD? A dick?
You don't want to know what that is.
Well, I kind of know now. Because I fucking saw it. I mean, I don't know what it stands for, but I know what it is. What does it stand for? Just tell me.
Usually stands for like adult diapers or adults.
Yeah. I didn't see that, so...
Which, according to
I don't
Beryl,
think-
that is what she's into now.
That's... what? What? I don't get that. But
She's doing the whole...
that's not a sufficient warning, because only people that know what it is, what that stands for, are gonna know if they want to click that or not. Random fucking assholes, including the actual children that she has as followers, is not gonna know that.
Right. And I just got a tweet from Flower. It's just, you know, her knitting like usual.
Yeah.
But what she was showing, I didn't know what it was at first, so it looked like, for all the world, that she had knitted some underwear.
Probably not, no.
No, it's not.
I sometimes comment on her projects just because her choices of colors are pleasing to me.
Yeah, this one is for the Perseverance project, and it looks like it's probably the corner of a blanket, but
Ooh.
just the way she has it angled, it looks like she's knitting underwear.
Oh dear. I mean, I can't imagine wearing underwear that's knitted.
Me neither.
That's like Carl would, right? Like, you know, it's this underwear, it wicks the sweat off my balls.
The, I was telling June to try to ask her about something, because one of my friends was knitting something, and she asked if, you know, she could commission something from her, and I'm like, my friend doesn't take commissions because she's got a ton of executive dysfunction. It takes her forever to do anything.
Yeah.
So it's just easier not to take commissions. It's like, oh, and I'm like, but Flower knits. Maybe if you could get a hold of her, maybe she'd be willing to take a commission.
Yeah. Well, she does, I think. She even streams knitting sometimes.
Yeah.
It's funny because if you ever seen Flowers, she does not at all look like somebody who's into knitting. Because, like, I go to her stream and she'd be, like, knitting a scarf, but she's got, like, the full sleeve tattoos and shit. And I'm thinking, like, how come you're not, like, at a heavy metal show or something? What are you doing knitting?
The thing is, because of the circles that I'm in, I'm so used to seeing stuff like that. People who knit, crochet, they've got, like, tons of piercings and sleeve tattoos and stuff.
I didn't know there was so much overlap between, knitting and punk rock.
It was explained to me at one point first, but it's mostly just they like to relax too.
Well, I guess it's either way you're dealing with needles, right?
There's that, and there's also actually kind of a subversive movement that goes around and just knits things around. And
right. Is this like the Shawl Bros?
Sort of.
Yeah.
People.
Right. I have to explain that for anybody who doesn't know, real quick. The Shawl Bros. There was this guy and his buddy. They were like dudes in their 20s. They bought shawls, and they were wearing them because they were comfortable and they liked them. And apparently, wearing shawls convinced they both had girlfriends, and their girlfriends were convinced that they were gay and broke up with them. And I'm thinking, like hasn't he had sex with you? Isn't that a clue that he's into girls? All right, let's see what we got here.
I'll let you finish.
Yeah. So this was the Flame Shield and the Swallowtail, and another Flame Tang Boomerang, because why not? I'd rather it was a Poontang Boomerang. You throw the Poontang and it comes back? Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Alright, I need to throw a magic water in. That's holy water. That's
basically
Marsekos. There it is. And a Yggdrasil Dew.
There was this movement, I don't know if people still do it. It was kind of like a anti-graffiti thing.
Oh my god.
In that they were protesting graffiti laws by doing things that were technically not graffiti. So people would actually go out and sit outside all night and just knit around a bench or whatever.
Oh my god.
So the bench would have like a sweater. And it was technically not graffiti or vandalism.
No, it's not. It's absolutely... I mean, if anything, you're improving the bench.
Yeah.
More I mean, until it rains, and then it's kind of nasty, but...
They'll do it around, you know, like, telephone poles and stuff. They'll just sit out there all night and knit around it.
It's not illegal as far as I know, right? I mean, I guess the police would manage to get them for, like, loitering or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Right,
they're usually pretty fast about it, too.
Tyron Gully. Okay, before I start walking around talking to people and reading out the dialogue, I do have to say something, because I think you mentioned this, like, there's this whole thing where people were like, I know how to knit, but not how to stop.
That's me.
And I'm like, what does that mean? That you're just like, oh my god, my hands won't stop moving. Oh my god, and somebody has to, like, rip it out of your hands, or it's like the bus in Speed, if you stop, you explode. Like, what does that mean that you don't know how to stop?
So, when the knitting project is done, you have to do a specific type of stitch in order to finish it off.
Oh, okay.
And I never learned that stitch, so...
You can't just put some tape on there, right? That would be weird. I should have asked that ages ago. Suck this guy. Because it's like the town of monsters. Yay! Yay! Yes! Dude, why do you look like a hand puppet?
Are you? This is Tryon Gully. Welcome.
Welcome. I hope you have a great time.
Ugh.
Frickin' Yangus.
I think a monster just spooked me.
Call blimey.
Call blimey. No. I'm fed up with saying that old lot now.
Every time Trode sneaks up on him like, call blimey, call blimey. You know what, I'm done with that.
You there? You're a monster, but you don't fight or run away? What business do you have being so welcoming? Explain yourself.
How dare you not be evil?
Here in Tryon Gully, humans and elves and monsters all live happily together. So why would I run away when I see a human?
And why fight when I can just jump in place like this?
I
It's great cardio.
Well, I never. I had no idea such a place existed. Of course. You know what this means?
Flower was
I
actually
can wander
a
about
fish
without
this morning.
causing a stir. It's a veritable paradise. Well, what are we waiting for? Come on, follow me.
Oh, that's right. You're always trode in this place. This is Trine Gully, where humans and elves and monsters all live together. The way he runs is hilarious to me. Look at that. Why is that so fun? Oh! It is officially daytime. Like, I don't know why he got a Naruto run everywhere. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
When I was little, I nearly fell down to the bottom of the gully, I did. It's true. But my friend swooped down and saved me. He caught me as I was falling. He's a Draki, you know? You're a monster, too. Monsters are cool. The future Pokemon trainers.
Indeed.
Ooh, you're a fine-looking specimen, aren't you? How about a kiss? You know what? It's been a while for Trode. Let's go with yes. Slow down, I was only joking. Oh, men are all the same.
There we go, I found what I was
Oh my god,
looking
the animation. I forgot about that. Of him picking up the barrels is amazing.
for.
It just takes longer. A mini medal. Yeet. And an elfin elixir. That's 2 of the items I need already. I may go a little long on this one just because I want to make sure that I get all the treasures in this place. Because I'm going to have to get a lot of money to buy stuff. Yeet. Oh, a slime crown. Sweet. Get rid of that. The slime crown. What's this? A new face. Now that you've come all this way, it simply wouldn't do to miss out on Trine Gully's most famous drink. It's called a dry gigantini. Would you like to try one? It costs a mere 9 gold coins. Who
I'd
wouldn't?
rather not.
Thank you. 1 dry gigantini coming up. Please wait on the other side of the counter.
2 types of people, as you said who wouldn't, I said I'd rather
This
not.
is a dry gigantini. Agitated, not distressed.
Agitated, not distressed.
Why don't you give it a try, sir?
Ha 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 ha! You read me like a book, my good man. This is just what I was looking for.
That's piss, by the way.
Oh, goodness.
It'd be hilarious if somebody said that.
Well, well, well.
Looked at it, just shrugged, kept drinking.
This is delicious.
When I was in camp as a kid, somebody did that. They peed in a cup and gave it to one of the counselors there. And he's just like, here, I got you lemonade, right? And he's just like, oh, great, you know? And he goes to put it to his lips, and right before he goes to drink it, the kid goes, it's piss. Like, he couldn't really go through it without telling him, right? And he goes, it's piss, and everybody's giggling, and he goes... And this guy, you know what he says? He goes, no, it's not. And he goes to take a sip, and he's like, it is piss. And he's like, puh, puh, you know, and he's like, what the hell's wrong with you? And I'm thinking, you were warned, sir.
Thank you, sir. You flatter me.
Where do you think you got
Perhaps while you
lemonade
enjoy
from?
your drink, I
We're in the
could
woods.
entertain you with a tale of Trianguli.
Knock yourself out, kid.
My good man. This drink is
Now give him a
more
slice
than
of
enough
turkey.
entertainment for me.
Pea turkey.
You are too kind, but please allow me to begin.
Thousands of years
It
ago,
all
before
started
Sigourney Weaver.
long ago, many hundreds of years past. The great sage Koopas was out walking one day when he found an elf
Koopas.
and a gigant lying injured in the road. Hating to see any creature suffer, he tended to their wounds and he saved their lives. Amazed that a human should show them such kindness, they pledged their allegiance to Koopas. And from that day forth, the 3 of them were inseparable. But the lifespan of humans, elves, and monsters is very different. After many years, Koopas passed on into the great beyond. Determined to honor his dying wish, the elf and the gigant established
The
a
gigant?
settlement here in the gully. And ever since then, humans, elves, and monsters have lived here side by side in peace, never forgetting Koopas's wish. that no one should ever be allowed to forget how Rapthorn had terrorized the world.
Just gotta say, Trode, that drink's been empty for the last 5 minutes.
So, that's why the inhabitants of this valley are always sure to tell travelers about the terror of the Lord of Darkness.
Well, that's quite a tale. Very interesting, I'm sure. But this drink is absolutely fascinating. Well, that was delicious. It was worth venturing this far into the forest just for that alone.
Thank you for your custom, sir. I wish you a pleasant journey.
By the way, that'll be 9 gold. Alright, let's see. Oh, it's just a bank. Why did I talk to her? Leave me alone. You don't get none of my money. Alright, we'll shop later. What's up, dude? Everyone here at Triad Gully has hid the fact that David was an heir to one of the great sages. Raya swore us all to secrecy. She said he should only be told once he was old enough to understand. And now this has happened. It's terrible. Let me guess, a giant dog came through and killed him? With a staff? Or a scepter? Still a bunch of stuff to get. Let's see what we got in here. This is the treasure chamber. You may not enter without the Raya's permission. Please leave. Will I never? Alright.
He's kind of skipping when he walks.
I know.
Runs.
It's too funny, his animation. Skip to my loo. Oh, wait. Let's see. Rousing the sword. That's porn. They say there's a sword that once had an incredibly sharp blade, but it is old and rusty now. They also say that you can restore the sword to its former glory by mixing it with 2 rare ingredients in an alchemy pot. And they say that one of the items proves a slime's royal status, while the other is the world's hardest metal. So in other words, rusty sword plus orichalcum plus slime crown. Is there really anyone out there capable of collecting 2 such incredibly rare items, though? If you ask me, I say they don't know what they're talking about. Alright, so we got a recipe. Cheese. It's the bee's knees. Cheese! Of the many cheeses in the world, the single most difficult to prepare is the highly strung cheese. To make highly strung cheese, one needs super spicy cheese, cold cheese, and just a dash of rock salt. That's actually, like, I think the next recipe I was planning on doing. The preparation of highly strung cheese is a task best left to master cheesemakers. Master cheesemakers. I am a cheesemaker, yes, yeah. Oh, let me talk to this guy. Rapthorn is the Lord of Darkness, ruler of the world of darkness. But for all his might, he could not control his lust for power. He came here to the world of light thinking he could reign over that too. But he was stopped by the 7 great sages. They sealed him away in a huge rock somewhere in our world. I wonder where there's a huge rock. Alright. This town has the weirdest fucking layout. And I know we're at 34 minutes here. I just want to make sure I get all these items. Because the next thing I'm going to do is... there's going to be a lot of grinding. Which is not going to happen today, I'll tell you what. Poor Raya cried her eyes out when she heard David was dead. He was an heir to the great sage Koopus, you know? But we'll never see him again. It's so sad. Oh, it's Jackie.
If the Lord of Darkness manages to escape his seal, every living thing on Earth will either be destroyed or turn into a shadow. Humans, monsters, and elves. We cannot allow Rapthorn to return.
I haven't seen a single elf in this place yet.
We must all work together now, not fight each other.
New face. An odd-looking one about... You're a talking tree, but I'm weird-looking. Gotcha. Gotcha, famo. Sup, dude? Oh, there's an elf. It was many, many years ago now that Koopus helped Raya and I. I can't even remember exactly when it was so long ago. But I'll never forget the debt of gratitude I owe him. As long as I live, I'll do everything I possibly can for Koopus and his heirs. If you want to experience Koopus' compassion for yourself, take a good look at the picture at the back of this room. Let's actually take a look. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's something, alright. I don't know what that noise was, but damn.
Oh, it was... I'm going through my, Instagram, and that came on for an ad.
It sounded like a slime caught in a garbage disposal. I'm
It
drunk.
was like the start of a song.
I carved a picture of the jockey at the entrance of the gully. It's not bad, is it? Even if I do say so myself.
I am an elf. My name is Raya. You know, there used to be a young man here called David who lived in the valley. But he went off on his travels never to return. He was murdered, you see. Murdered before he could learn the truth about his ancestry, that he was the heir to a great sage. I think he was the guy that... he was forced to eat the dog food and all that shit.
Yeah.
I tell you this only because, well, it's very strange, but I can sense David's presence within you. Did you perhaps encounter each other somewhere along your journey? Sure did. You were at David's side during his final moments? Then surely it cannot be a coincidence that you're here now. You witnessed the dying moments of the heir to a great sage, and now you're now you're visiting his home here in Trine Gully. It must mean something. I'm afraid I must ask you a favor. I have no one else to turn to for now. Rapthorn, the Lord of Darkness, is close to reawakening, but he can still be stopped, and you are the ones who must stop him. If he returns, our world will be enveloped by darkness in the blink of an eye. For hundreds of years we have cherished but one dream, that Rapthorn never be allowed to resume his reign of terror. Will you turn our dream into a reality? Please, say you will try.
Indeed, my good elf.
Thank you.
Oh, she's talking
No
now.
doubt it is the guidance of Kupas that has brought you here. The only way to stop the revival of the Lord of Darkness, Rapthorn, is to seal away the scepter that contains him once more.
Working on it.
Please let us do what little we can to assist you. Drang, would you come here?
Don't tell me where to come.
Oh, right away!
That's what he sounds like?
I
Oh,
want
right
these
away.
people to have Kupas's great treasure. Would you go and let the guard know?
Oh, right away!
He sounds like a rejected Muppet.
Oh, right away.
As you just heard,
It's the
I
Swedish
wish
chef's
to give
brother,
you
Daryl.
something from our gully's treasure chamber. It's called the Dark Tree Leaf.
That is the next thing on my list.
Belonged to Kupas. It's the leaf from a giant tree that exists in the world of darkness. People say that if you place it on a map, it will instantly show you the location of a great evil. The fate of the world is in your hands. We're all depending on you. We will await news of your success here in the gully.
We're not going to actually do anything. We'll wait to find out that you won. Alright, so I guess all the rest of the treasures on my list are all in the thing. Because the very next thing is Dark Tree Leaf, so that probably means I've gotten everything. Although, it's weird, there's a church there. Oh, there's a staircase going down there. Okay, let me check that out before I... There might be stuff in here. Or it's just a save point.
Oh, it burns, it burns.
This was a choice, wasn't it? That the mini-demon is the priest here?
Yeah.
That's a choice. Wait. Oh. Yeah, there's nothing in here. It's just a save point. Very fancy save point.
Open up.
Many were all the same.
And I will have to buy a whole bunch of stuff. 147,000 gold pieces. Phew. Well, like I said, it'll be running around until I'm out of. Oh, but that's the thing then. I need to show that, so I'll have to at least record part of it where I'm running around. And then, like, if I run out of alchemy stuff, I could, not record that and just use whistle.
Right.
I've heard all about you. You're our last hope. Take whatever you need from in here. What's up, dude? The Godbird Imperi and the 7 human sages had to use all their might to seal away Rapthorn. If he were to return, it would be impossible to destroy him. He must be stopped now before it is too late. Yeet! Alright, Yggdrasil will do. That's actually the last thing on the list. Okay. Yeet! A mini medal, a miniature medallion. Come on. Premium mold. Only the best mold for these people. Seed of Defense. And the last 2 would be the treasures, right?
How do you measure
Staff of
quality of
anti-magic. There must be people who do that, right? They say somewhere in the world there's a castle built by Rapthorn, but people have looked all over for it and never found it. It's a bit strange. This is one of, I think, 2 or 3 RPGs I can think of where you actually get to fight a castle. And there's the Dark Tree Leaf. The other, I think, well, there's 2 off the top of my head. There might be a 3rd one. I think Gray might have pointed out a 3rd one. But Phantasy Star 1 and Dragon Quest VIII are both games where you get to fight a castle. Although Dragon Quest VIII, you go through the castle and then you fight it. But anyway, guys, it's 41 minutes in. We finally finished that up. I'm probably going to have to record at least some of me grinding for gold because of the hell just dropped. I'll figure it out. Because of the stuff, the alchemy. So there's that. But we'll see you guys real soon with more Dragon Quest VIII.